Mm. These two. I don't think I want this music either. Sure, let's pump it up. This one, okay. I just want to check something. Did have some. Hey Joe, is it Jose? How's it going? You have to tell me if I'm pronouncing that right. I'm gonna get started. Just one sec. Just closing out some other programs. I'm good. Just woke up, but I'm good. Smoothing. So that's been at 10%. I just saw the other day that an artist that I like uses stabilization or smoothing. I haven't been a pretty advocate of like not using it, and I'm wondering if you need some to make sure your lines aren't funky, but I feel like it's not doing much for me. I don't know. Am I crazy? It's normal. And this is with the stabilizer turned on. Do you use a drawing tablet or just a mouse and keyboard? Oh my god. If I use a mouse and keyboard, I'd be real sad. No, it's a drawing tablet with the pen right here. That's interesting. I don't really feel much of a difference. I'll keep doing it without stabilizing for now, and then we'll see. if maybe I need to change that in the future. Yeah, it is. Exactly. We're not gonna pop out the cheek quite as much as they did. I don't know, maybe I've already gotten so used to not stabilizing my lines that I'm fine now. Not that I'm super in love with my line quality or anything, but this in a little. What drawing tablet do you prefer? I use Wacom. I think once you start using one of these drawing tablets, like they all feel a little different, because I've tried some at like conventions, the like XP Pen and Huon, and I've never liked the feel of them. So I think once you try a tablet's the tablet brand, like you're kind of locked into that brand once you decide. I feel like, unless you really want a tough time readjusting to a new feeling of tablet. It's too much. Wacom. What's wrong with Wacom? You don't like them? Tablets are way too expensive. How are they in comparison to like Huon? And I don't actually know, because actually this last tablet was a gift. Originally I had the 4, I think, Intuos 4. They're a couple $100, I think, for these tablets, not the display ones. Is this too far over? We'll try it like this. Okay, so out of curiosity, I did this. Versus, hello, wake up, program. There we go. resources on my own. Alright, this music's starting to get creepy. I'm gonna change it. Hey, Quacken. Hi, Zoe. I'm thinking about a 24 display tablet, but don't know which brand I should go with. Ah, okay, the display tablets. Yeah, the display tablets can be expensive. I do trust Wacom and their products. I mean, they've been pretty reliable. When I buy a tablet, I have it for years. But like I said, it's more of like a personal preference thing, because once you use a particular brand, you get used to how it feels. What's up, Lucy? Yeah, and Wacom did just come out with their new display tablets. It was like a 17-inch, and was it 17 and 24? So one of the big things, because I've had Wacom sponsor me on here. I have a contact over at Wacom now, because I reached out to them specifically because I like their tablets. And they've sponsored me on a handful of videos. But originally when they sponsored me, this was like a long time ago when I was doing well on TikTok. They gave me a couple tablets to give away. And they sent me one of their display tablets. I don't remember which one it was. It's not the new line. It was the older one. I can't remember. I think they're like 14 inches or something. Let me look it up, because I don't want to give you wrong information. Could always do some research to see if any artists you trust have tried all the tablets you're looking for. Yeah, again, it's a feeling thing. Like, if you can go to like a convention where the tablet companies will be there, like Anime Expo can sometimes be a good one, because they'll show up. Or they have the one in Pasadena. I don't know if they show up to that. They show up to conferences though. You can find them sometimes. Okay, pen displays. So yeah, they just, like you said, they they came out with the 27, 22, 17. So they gave me the 16. They had the 24 and the 16. They gave me the 16, and the problem with it was that the brightness didn't go up very high. It's called nits on the like specs. When you look at the specs, it's called nits, or I think there's another name for it. But there's a certain level of brightness like your monitor can get. Like if you ever look at Apple Mac monitors or the phones, they get super bright. It's almost like you're being blinded a little. But if it's so dark that you can't really see, that's not really great. So the 16 that they had sent me was darker than my actual monitor. Like the nits were lower. So I didn't want to draw on it, because I was like, I can't see very well. And when I looked at the time, the only thing that was more bright than that was the giant display, like the big one that's like $4,000 or something. But then they came out with these new models, the 17, 27, 22, and those have the higher nits, I believe. I called them and tried to see if they would give me one, but they said that they had limited stock, and I was like, okay. I tried to ask. They gave them to bigger YouTubers. But it's because it just came out. Like, over time, I'm sure they'll let me have one slash do a giveaway for you guys, and that would be cool. Hey, Mr. Fahrenheit and Lanisha, welcome back. Soad, welcome back. I never know how to call you, Sod or Soad. You let me know if you have a preference. Hey, Ribs. How's it going, man? Aren't you moving today? So yeah, if you are gonna get a display tablet, Jose, make sure that it's bright, or bright enough. Because that is not a mistake that you want to be pissed about. I think you can get used to any kind of tablet, to be honest. Like, they all use the same tech. They're just in competition with each other. Some might feel cheaper or nicer than the rest, but you could get used to it. And if you need to save money, you need to save money. But you can't change the brightness that's already built into the thing. So just make sure, you know, you're not screwing yourself in that aspect. Thanks, I'll keep that in mind. Yeah, I think the nice tablets have a 300 nits. I think that's how much it is, but I could be wrong because my monitor has a lot. I forget the actual amount. I'd have to look up my monitor again. But those new models, like I said, they got the right amount, so you can just compare with the other companies if you're looking at other companies. Okay, this didn't come in far enough still. There we go. Hey Ryuzaki. Brandon, I have socks over my headphones because my headphones are broken and dying. I'm getting new ones. It's just been a little bit of a chore putting together the funds because nice headphones are, you know, I do editing and stuff for the videos, and I can't skimp on the headphones because I need to be able to hear well, so they can't be crappy headphones. So right now I have these over. They're honestly like dying. Like I have to keep jiggling the cord to make it so that I can keep hearing. Actually, today it's been great. There's must be getting lucky or something. But it's been kind of a little bit of a nightmare. It'll be over soon though. Almost there. Gonna have new headphones, no more socks on my head. Yes, I'm on a trip right now. Oh, you're in the car, like, going? Tell your mom and dad I said hi. I'm gonna miss you, Ribs. I'm sorry we didn't get to spend more time together before you guys left. Mr. Fahrenheit, you did your drawing, but it was daunting. I drew John Marston. He kind of looks funky, though. Yeah, that's good. You did your drawing. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just do that real quick. I'm not gonna bother going any further with that, but Brennan, I see. Thank you for answering my question. Yeah, of course. Always blessed to wake up to a new day. I like how positive you are, Lanisha. Alright. Oh, this girl's hair seems hard. Let's try something like her. Only now I'm noticing the socks just... Yeah, they kind of like disappear a little. Sometimes they're very noticeable. Alright, let's start on this hand. Jeez. Oh, that was not the eyebrow. That was further up. Oh. Okay, well, let's put that back then. You're about to go on your walk. It's okay. Hi. Are you ever gonna tell me your name? You come in here, I don't know who you are. All I can do is say hi. It's okay if you don't want to tell me your name. Don't hold it against you. Love you, honey. Hang on while I say bye to my wife. All right. Oh, okay, Lucy. Lanisha, what made you decide to draw Chibi today? I don't know if you've seen this far back in my Instagram, but I had started a comic a long time ago called Cinnamon Toast. I actually have a drawing of myself here that I kind of updated. Like that, right there. And I used to look, I'll show you. This was the first ever comic that I made. Boom. It said unchecked power, I called it. Bye, James. I was like, finally, the house to myself, free to do anything, the ultimate power. And then I just played more video games. Which is pretty accurate in my life. So, but this was the design. You can see he's changed a little bit. Thanks. But I want to bring this back in like a bigger way. And I also like how, I'm not going to become a VTuber or anything, but I like VTubers, how they have like a characterized version of themselves that's like anime. So I want to use him, like if I could figure out ways to use him in videos or just for like thumbnails. Wow, are you drawing a lot? This is a while ago, so when I worked at when I was working QA at Naughty Dog, I did that in my spare time when there was downtime, and I made like, I did it for a few months. And it has been a while since I've been drawing. I wanted to draw it last night, but I didn't get a chance, so I figured I'd do it today. because I'm gonna have to get used to drawing more chibi anime stuff again, you know. Oh, also, I don't know if you know when you have a channel on here that lets you actually join, like the membership, they have a bunch of emotes. So I want to create my own. I don't want to hire someone for it. Also, I don't have any money to hire someone anymore. So I need to be able to draw this way again. So I definitely need to practice it. Nice and cute chibis. Thank you, Quacken. And thank you, Soad. Yeah, so you're more of a teacher than a drawer. Yeah, I'm okay with that sometimes if we get into like teaching mode. I don't usually, or I haven't usually done that much teaching. But I want to do more of it. I think it would be fun. But yeah, I want to make custom emotes for this channel with this face. Which I'll get there. I'm gonna have to do a little practicing with this. Seems too big still. The proportions for these are kind of challenging too. I know it'll help also, like drawing like this will also help just my regular normal sized people drawings, not chibi related or comic related. So it's all good practice, you know. Just go with the Uh-oh. Oh, are you kidding me? Come on. There we go. Program froze for a minute. So yeah, I apologize if my chibi drawings are not that great at the moment. It's been a hot minute since I've drawn this way. Proportions are always really difficult to get nailed down. Better than mine. Dear. It's way too big. They look dope AF. Thank you, Ryuzaki. I honestly, when I did this one, I don't know what kind of magic happened. It just sort of worked. This part of frustrating part of being like okay at art, you have like zero control. So you have like some stuff that just comes out great, and you're like, awesome, let's repeat the process, and nothing will ever be repeated. You just try really hard to get the same results. That's what I was trying to do here. And it just doesn't quite look the same. It doesn't have the same flair. I'll get it eventually. Okay. Let's try a different reference. We can come back to that one. Let's do her. Random question, have you watched Godzilla -1? No, I have not. Is that the new movie or new Apple Plus show? I know there's some like there's a couple new Godzilla things. Godzilla related things, I guess I should say. Try my hand too on doing chibis out of my OC. Not gonna lie, it's harder than I thought to make angry chibis. Oh, should have added some eyes here. Oh, that was not her freaking eyebrow. That was her. Interesting. Uh, yeah. Chibis are a little deceptively hard just because of their proportions, I think. I don't know necessarily about angry chibis, but oh, that's what happened. I increased the size of my brush and not my eraser. Really should get used to turning my canvas when I need to do shit like this. There's some angles that are just weird to draw, you know? Anybody have any tips on how to draw hair? Yes, I do have tips on how to draw hair. I'm not the expert, but I do know that there's a couple things that you need to pay attention to. Let's see if I remember there wasn't an acronym, but I really should make one. So I think it's the apart, flow. Yeah, I'm gonna have to bust out a piece of reference. Art instruction. This is a really great piece of reference for hair. Oh, it might have been the guideline. Where is it? Hair, hair, hair. That's weird. Why do I not see it in my folder? I've actually studied it on here in one of my streams before. So that's interesting. It should be here. Huh. Well, that is confusing. Sorry, you can't see what I'm looking at the moment because I'm in my folders. I'm so confused. I can't think about where it is. Here, I have this other one that can kind of get you started at least. Why is that? Oh, okay. Oh, the hairline. I think that was number one. Whoop, whoop, whoop. My bad. Choop, choop, choop. Hairline. Okay. So, you first have to take care of the hairline. Typically when you draw heads, like, you'll draw, oh, let's try something that's more 3/4. You'll just draw it like in a simple manner, like probably too far back, like that, just to draw the faceplate kind of thing. But then when it's time to actually draw the hairline, this is how you get likeness, by the way. One of the ways that you get likeness is drawing the hairline. Like if you're trying to draw somebody, drawing the hairline correctly, because everybody has a very specific hairline. And you'll come forward like that, and that's that person's hairline. And the second part is the part. Everybody has a different part to their hair. Sometimes it's like that, or it could go back like that. And once you have the part, you can designate the flow of the hair if you want it to flow a certain way. I mean, if you tie it up and change it, like, you can go against the flow of your where the part is on your hair, which is fine. So sometimes you kind of almost ignore part depending on the hairstyle. Like you can see in this last one she drew here that there's no part, it's just all flow from the hairline. But yeah, you at least know the hairline at least will always have some sort of will play some part. Because even if you have like bangs or something, you know it falls from this hairline. And if you pull your hair back, it pulls back from this hairline. Right? So sometimes you'll see the part depending on the hairstyle, sometimes you won't. But those are the 3 things you pay attention to when you worry about hair. And then stylizing it is just all about, you know, how you want to design it, so you can look at other artists for how they do it. Thank you so much, that really helps. Yeah, no problem. Nothing, I mean, everything feels a little intimidating when you try it for the first time, but nothing in art is too complicated. It's just that it all takes a lot of practice to get down completely. In theory, it's not as hard, and then, you know, you actually sit down and do it, and it's a lot harder than you realize. Oh boy. Yeah, even with these chibi ones, they've got the proportions are a little bit different. They do have that same hairline deal. Lost our music. One moment. Music! Come back. What else we got? Let's not go with more jazz. What else do we have? Sure. Holiday music, apparently. Right to the feels. I guess we're getting festive up in here. That one came out a little bit better. Hi, Art by Wes. Mr. I wanted to thank you for supporting the Palace in case. Really appreciate that. Happy to see some of my favorite artists support the cause. Yeah, of course. I've been a little, apprehensive to. I've been sharing it on my other socials because I've been a little bit apprehensive to share it on YouTube, It's very scary right now. People are, like, obviously not. It's terrifying for the people that live there, but even here in the States or in other countries that are dealing with this shit, this is like my livelihood I'm trying to build. People are getting fired and like I know that there was some person that was banned on YouTube, and just like, if I lose this kind of stuff, like, it could really be a problem. So won't be able to afford anything, and I've been building this for a long time, but I told my wife that I would rather, you know, I would rather be broke and not give up on my actual morals. As much as it would suck, but like, it is what it is. I think you need to stand up for and support the right thing. So, yeah. I'll keep posting stuff. Just like I said, I have to be careful of YouTube. You know, YouTube is owned by Google, so honestly, it's scary to even talk about. Like, I'm being very careful with my words right now because I don't want to get flagged by some YouTube system that's like, he said the wrong thing, destroy him. I care less about like Instagram and all that stuff. YouTube is harder to build. And I can do both. Like, typically people who follow you on one platform see stuff that you do on another, you know? Especially like Instagram or TikTok or something. I totally understand you're a good artist and a good human. I'll make sure to delete that comment. Just wanted to express my gratitude. That is... Oh, you're gonna make me emotional a little bit there, bud. I appreciate that. And solidarity. It's like looking out for... We're back in the times where we had to like hide frickin' like, this is the kind of shit you gotta hide your opinions, hiding people in your frickin' attic or whatever. That's what they did in Germany, right? I think. And during times over here too, just to keep people safe. Like, you had to be a secret advocate, right? Did you see they're trying to pass a bill in Congress right now. Well, some of you guys obviously don't live in the US, so you may not know this, but they're trying to pass a bill that makes it so that we can't boycott businesses because of the obvious thing that's happening right now. But like, it is so crazy to me that our government can step in and tell us where we can spend our money. Like, how dare you? There's clearly like one very evil side right now. It's like not even a question. You have to be looking at this situation with your eyes closed. It is so obvious. Yeah, this is so dumb. Yeah, no, you're not wrong. I saw the other day this teacher got fired, or excuse me, the son got suspended because a teacher at the same school was his mom, and she was making pro-Palestine posts on her Instagram, and the son got suspended. He didn't even do anything. Like, what? We're living in the most craziest ass timeline, where we have we're so screwed. I don't know where we're going here. Like, chances are we're gonna have a president next year that is a psychopath, followed by more of his followers, who is literally so close to going to prison. It's scary, honestly. And I feel so much for the people of Palestine. That is just, it is unbelievably cruel what they're going through. I really hope not. Same majority that begin to arrest people from their own homes just for posted comments. Yeah, I saw that too. It's nuts. Someone in the UK was arrested, and like all her stuff was seized, because she was just making posts. That's insane to me. Yeah, no, I hope not, but like right now that's what it's looking like. Because the DNC, if you don't live in the States, I'll try to explain some stuff, but the DNC is what backs there's the Democratic and Republican. I'm not like the expert on politics, but I will do what I can. The DNC is what backs the Democratic candidate, and basically, you know, if you're not backed by them, it would make it incredibly difficult. You need like millions of dollars to win an election, which is already stupid. But I digress. You know, Biden basically lost this huge segment of voters, young people, and probably most millennials, and a lot of people of color. And those votes aren't going to him, so he's going to lose in a lot of like these key swing states, but they are pushing for him to be and then of course we have people who are like, a vote for anybody else is a vote for Trump, and it's just like, if you want to put it in those terms, like campaigning for Biden, which is what they're doing, is campaigning for Trump, because he's not going to win. There's no way in hell. No one is going to vote for a president that it supports. I don't want to say the word, but it starts with a G, and you all know what it is. No one will. The heads get this big in side view? Seems wrong, but we'll do it this way. So he's gonna lose. Like, it's just not, it's so obvious. And we are a year away, so they definitely could do something, but they won't. So, you know, we're gonna try our hardest, like, to make sure that we advocate for the right people. We also have tons of seats in Congress that are up for grabs. There's like over 100. So those are really important to fill. And we can do a lot of good doing that, and hope that, you know, the small speckle of democracy that we have left is not totally ripped from our grasp. You know, I'm not going to give in to hopelessness just yet. There's a lot of people, there's a lot of good people out there, and there's a lot of good people who are being lied to, and they don't understand. On a lighter note, your previous drawing looks great. Yeah, this artist I really like drawing from, and made it. I feel like I'm getting a little bit better here. Sometimes it takes me like 3 or 4 drawings to like, because your brain's like sort of shifting the proportions a little bit, until you get it right. Yeah, there's so many things I want to say supporting what you're saying, but I don't want to get you flagged. Yeah, no, I appreciate it. It's all right. We know what's going on. It's fine. You can leave me to say those things. Thank you. Did something happen? Your kid just arrived. Oh, 4. No, we're just talking about what's his name? Art by Wes came in here and said to that he appreciated my support as an artist for Palestine. And I'm just mentioning that it's hard to talk about because, you know, people are being fired and banned, even banned from YouTube. So I've been very careful not to mention it even on YouTube. So I'm very, Art by Wes is very kind. He deleted his message so that I wouldn't get flagged or anything. And I just really appreciated that. Actually, I'm gonna keep it as that. And it's a tough thing to even talk about because I have to be careful of the words that I say so I don't get flagged by the system. And then we were just talking about how our election is very scary. The next year is going to be very scary. You're in Sweden, so well, hopefully the whole world technically has to deal with him, but if Trump becomes our president again, like, God, we're so screwed. We're all so screwed. But hopefully that doesn't happen. I don't know. But yeah, Lanisha, thank you for saying that my previous drawing looks great. I'm feeling better about this. I love the eyes. Yeah, the eyes are cool. I love the anime eyes. That's a big deal. Oh, guys, I can take a minor standing break, but look what I got yesterday. It's gonna be for a video. Oy. I don't know if you all know Yoni Yamamai. Beautiful. Let me make sure I can actually see what I'm doing here. Yoni Yamamai. Beautiful art book. Let's see if I can show something in here. This is gorgeous. Sorry, it's going to be a little bit of a reflection. Man, the perspective she chooses sometimes is so crazy. Look at this. That's nuts. That's so cool. I don't know if you guys know this artist, but she is quite amazing. Oh, this way. Very beautiful stuff. I know. This is an especially good one. But this is for a video, so I will save that. You guys get a little sneak peek. Okay. Yeah, you know, you might, since you came in here and mentioned this, Wes, you might be more sensitive to it, but I feel like the thing I was disappointed about is I don't see a lot of artists talking about the Palestine issue, which is really disappointing to me. I considered making a video about it, but I didn't want to like piss a bunch of people off. Like I'm honestly shocked. I've seen some, like, don't get me wrong, there are people talking about it, but like there's a lot of artists on Twitter that talk a lot about AI art, and I'm like, great, advocates for artists and stuff. But they're like on there every day chatting about this stuff, and I'm just like, you can't say one word about what's happening. It seems really weird. It's like you're purposefully avoiding it. And I get it, like in the way that I described how I avoid certain situations too, because I don't want to get banned. Like, I understand some people have a livelihood, they work at studios, they have to be careful. But you know, it is really weird to hear people be so silent, even though they're such advocates in other ways. So I've been a little bit disappointed in our community just in general. A lot of artists I follow are pretty vocal about it. Oh, really? Okay. Maybe I'm following the wrong artists then. Supporting the wrong people. I see a handful of artists talking about it in their Instagram stories, so that's been good. I deleted my Twitter earlier this year. People are more vocal on Mastodon. Oh. I don't know. See, I think that's a good point. I mean, people are vocal on Twitter, but I think people who are worried are not posting as much about it on like the main platforms. I don't use Mastodon. Is Mastodon any good? It's also nice and thick. Lanisha, yeah, that's a really, it's a big art book. It's a thick one. I like it a lot. Any big Arabic names and celebrities came up neutral, which was disappointing. With small digital artists and illustrators, an example, always post about it not being afraid of anything. Yeah, I feel like it's definitely been more smaller artists that have been talking about it, not the big guys. The guy who I really like that always puts it in his story is he makes web comics. I think his name's Adam Tots. He makes really silly comics. But he's never been afraid of speaking his mind. And that's great. Maybe it's because I follow mostly artists who aren't super famous online. Yeah. So yeah, I think that may be the issue is I follow a lot of really well-known artists. Some of them I know more personally too, and they have not said stuff. It's really disturbing. I don't know. Like I said, I get it if people are nervous or scared, but when you're vocal about like AI stuff every day, it seems weird that you're just not wanting to talk about this one very specific thing that's happening that's really bad. It just seems suspicious. I'm at the point now, like, this is so... I mean, this is even beyond Palestine stuff, but, like, we're watching how rich people are just taking advantage and just gutting you of every dollar that you have. I'm just, like, so done with everything. Just, like, pirate everything you can. Like, these companies don't deserve your money. Keep your dollars for the people that actually deserve it. Like, support people. Your money is such a huge deal, like where you spend it and who you choose to support. I haven't said anything either, but it's because I'm not educated enough on the conflict, so I'm more of an observer. I mean, really, it's okay if you don't really have enough of a presence or anything, but it's not really. You don't have to be educated about this conflict when, like, 20,000 people have died. Like, it's so. I'm just being so careful about my words here. If you saw, like, let me say this without being flagged. There are certain things in history that you can see if you're watching it. Like, it's very obviously bad. Like, you don't need to be educated on the subject. Like, you can clearly see that this is bad, you know? Like, sure, maybe you want to know some history or something to get more context, but there are certain things that you don't need context, right? Like, if you saw some sort of violent situation happening to someone, right? Like, on a massive scale, you do not need that much context to know that there's something bad happening there. Oh dear, we're talking about this, huh? Yeah, trying to. It's difficult. At the end of the day, we have the resources and the capability to take care of everybody, but we have, a handful of people at the top who want to lord it all over the regular people, and they'll watch us, kill each other, turn us against each other, so that they can keep hanging out at the top. Those billionaire bunkers are a joke sometimes, but they're for real. They would rather watch the world burn and just like sit at the top of their thrones and then hide away in the ground instead of working with everybody to make sure we make the current world that we have work. And it's sad and pathetic. Have you seen the movie Leave Everything Behind? Leave Everything Behind. No. Don't think I have. It's a short. I have not seen it. The world is in a very sad state right now. And it seems like it's only getting worse, but you know what is? It's, again, this is why I say I don't lose hope, is because if you see how much the world is showing up right now for this cause, like, we're just getting consistent daily people protesting and fighting for these people and it's beautiful. I went to a protest. We walked the streets of San Francisco. It was huge. It was great. Um, and I'd like to do more. Bye, Ryozaki. See you next stream. Oh yeah, pretty much every big global problem right now, there's so many people fighting for it. There's light and a lot of people that cannot burn out. Yeah, I feel that too. I think there's a lot of people who are willing to fight, and that gives me a lot of hope. I think there's just a lot of people right now who want the status quo to continue, like they want to stay comfortable, and it would be nice if we could do that, but like there's just too many people at the top who want to take away everything that makes living great. And unfortunately, we're gonna have to be a little uncomfortable for a while, so that we can continue to enjoy those things. I hope you all didn't mind the detour. Hey, Terror. How's it going, everyone? Just waking up. Yeah, it's alright. I woke up an hour or so ago, just before the stream, really. I had like 20 minutes to get everything prepared. Or no, less than that. I had like 15 to 10 minutes to get everything squared away. Such a cool looking piece of art. I love the Splatoon. This is the kind of like proportions of the figure that I really want to make for the comic stuff. The Splatoon stuff is really great. Hi, Micromonix. How's it going? Good. Had an early morning workout at 3 a.m. Oh my god, what are you doing up at 3 a.m.? Do you work odd hours or something? Delivering Amazon packages. Ah, my wife's brother does that, or he used to. I don't think he does it anymore, actually. But I think he kept strange hours as well. Or maybe not strange hours, but just difficult hours. So I feel for you, but good for you for doing a workout. Keeping yourself in shape through all that. That's amazing. Just masochism, nothing big. Or how I'm gonna remake these eyes because he got a mask on. Can't for the life of me draw Chibi style. Respect artists who can really exaggerate proportions like that and still make it appealing. Yeah, I feel like I've been struggling a little bit. This is, if you've seen this, I don't think I showed you before. So this was, I was showing it in the stream earlier. I made a comic before. Boop. And then, I kind of, you can see he looks a little different because I remade him because I really want to bring this back, and then I want to use this face for like making the custom emojis on this channel and stuff like that. And not that I'm gonna become a VTuber or anything, but just think it would be cool to have an animated version of me that goes along with the comic that I want to make. The third panel is amazing. There's a bunch of these. I think my favorite, I made 12 in total when I was doing this. I think my favorite was, there was this one. I thought the third panel was really cool. This is supposed to be my mom and dad. I don't like how they came out, but you know. But I really like how the third panel came out on this one. If you make emotes, you better make one of the sock headphones. Oh, that's a good idea. I should make some on stream so that we can sort of come up with sketches together. I think that'd be cool. Anybody that comes up with like a good one that we like, maybe I could gift the membership. That might be a cool way to go about it. Her panel's amazing. I agree, that number one. And then I like this one I did of my sister. I like how I like slid in here. I'll show you that. The second one was like fun. And I feel like I did this when I was a kid. Obviously, I'm an adult now, but it was fun. But yeah, I want to bring this back in a different way. And then obviously use that version of me for the channel. I think it'd be really fun. I love the way you approach sequential art. I love to see those animated. Yeah, that'd be really cool. I kind of want to do the sequential art a little differently this time as well. Kind of like a full page. I want to kind of try to see if I can mix manga and the webtoon format. I don't know how well it's gonna work. I haven't really experimented with it yet, so we'll see. Cartoon, you legit have the same look like I did in college. Blonde, short hair, and glasses. Yeah, I had to change the glasses and stuff too because I had different, like darker glasses. Now I got these like small circle gold ones. It's cool that you're the same look though. It's funny. This is strange hair. Just the like tentacly, droopy things of Splatoon. That'd be a fun idea. Maybe have a regular manga page layout and then the panels break apart and fall downwards to turn to the webtoon scrolling format. Yeah, so sort of, if you've ever seen a webtoon get, um, that's not a bad idea actually. Have you ever seen a webtoon get put into a book? Like I have the, you guys have ever read Solo Leveling? Anybody read this? Very good comic if you have not read it before. But it's a webtoon, right? So they had to turn basically these square panels that are just coming down as you go into a manga, right? But they figured out nice ways to like lay out the comic. Even though it was meant originally as a webtoon, it still works in the manga form, but it's not quite the same. So I'm wondering if you could break up manga, sort of do the reverse, right? Instead of making a webtoon that turns into a manga, make a manga turn into a webtoon. And see if you can make that work. Kind of like what you said for. You like break it apart. I don't really read webtoons. I've always thought of how much extra work it'd be to have to rearrange the panels for printed format. Yeah, I mean, that's what they did. Definitely easier to go from manga to webtoon. Manga page layouts have more rules compared to webtoon. It'd be easier time saving wise. I also just think they look, don't get me wrong, webtoons are gorgeous and everything too, but manga pages are, the whole page is like designed to be a composition, not just the individual panels, but like how everything flows. Manga, graphic novels are like that. Webtoons do not do that. They are just like, it's the section, then the next section, then the next section. Sometimes they have, like gradients or something from the sky to the next panel or something, but they don't have like a intricate composition that leads you to the next panel. It's just you're scrolling down. And I kind of want to design each page and then break it up if necessary for a webtoon. Mangatoon, webtoon, we'll find the right portmanteau eventually. I'm assuming you're talking about webtoon portals. That one's not bad. I'm not gonna do that one right now. This looks too hard. Let's see. We only have a few left. No. Your hair is gonna be hard too. So no. I think I'll draw. Let's go with Paimon, even though her hair is hard too, like the eyes. Oops. Tend to just say webcomics. Webtoon really is more associated with a specific web hosting platform. True, I should say webcomics. Doing this wrong. Portmanteau is when you combine two words into one, like brunch, so manga webtoon. Oh, I see what you're doing there. You're combining words. I think that might get too complicated. I might just modified manga, maybe, will be an easier term. I don't necessarily need to reinvent something. I just need to alter it slightly to serve a particular purpose. But I appreciate the creativity. No, make everything complicated like on my relationships on Facebook. I feel like the music is very appropriate. It feels like Fantasy Quest or Genshin Impact or something. Have to play this music again. Terror, this is the same idea I want to do for my drawing. I want to create a chibi character and animate them. The story goes with the music and two dubstep cyborg producers making music. That sounds cool. I don't necessarily need to animate mine. Like, I think I just like the idea of how, you know, VTubers a uh, have kind of like an anime. Well, it's their whole persona, but I like the idea of having sort of like an anime chibi sidekick that is me, and using them for like thumbnails and stuff. I think that'd be cool. Maybe in the future I could get it animated. That might be kind of fun. Um, or learn how to animate briefly. I'm not really like necessarily interested in animation, although I shouldn't say that because I'm doing motion design in After Effects now, which is basically animating. So I lied. I guess I'm animating now, so it's not a huge leap to start doing animation for the drawings too. Right now I'm just trying to animate like text and little pop-ups and things. Which is a whole like new skill set, so it is tough to balance that out. If I understand what's happening with the hair here, so we're just gonna make that happen. That seems pretty good. I've been working on my own self-OC character for a while now. It's a lot harder when you have no self-image. What are you, invisible? You're not a vampire. You have a self-image, you just may not like what you're drawing just yet, and that's okay. You'll get something eventually. Yeah, that one turned out pretty cute. And doesn't look bad from the other angle either. Are you a vampire? That's so sweet. You don't know if I'm a vampire or not. I can just tell. You haven't asked me about my blood or anything since we started this stream. Um, Motion design and After Effects, mostly just know how to tweak the graphs so things do nice slidey. Yeah, but you know, once you get more complicated, I feel like there's a lot of it is a lot of animation, you know. At first it's definitely like real just simple, like sliding things in, maybe making things like grow and scale. But if you look at really good motion graphics, they're pretty much animators. Especially when you get into like I think some video games studios do it a lot now, where they rig up like illustrations so that they kind of float, you know, and they're like doing this thing and the hair like is floating. Kind of looks weird, but it, you know, gives the character a little bit movement. I don't know if that's After Effects though. That might not be After Effects. Pretty much any After Effects tutorial, select keyframe, right click, animation assistant, ease. Oh, easy ease? Yeah. I actually learned why, well, sometimes easy ease is good, but why you would use ease in or ease out. So if anybody is curious, hot tip for for After Effects, if you have two like stops, what are they called? The little stopwatch that you have to click. You have 2 points and you're like growing the size. A lot of people just use easy ease, but you want to do ease out or ease in for whichever one is corresponding to what's happening. So when you're leaving something, leaving a point, that's ease out. And when you're going towards something, going in something, it's ease in. Makes the thing move, but in a cool way. Yeah, it makes it so that the speed ramp is like gradual, right? So that it's not just like boop. It's like a. That's an over exaggeration, but League Slashes used to do that. I haven't seen it moving still in a while now. Maybe I just haven't noticed. Oh, okay. I know other games do it, and like a lot of new, like when you see game websites and stuff, they'll have those floaty characters and things like that. It's usually a lot of anime games, I'm not gonna lie. I picked up drawing after excruciating boredom at my work. It improved a lot of things. That's awesome. I made the comic while I was at work during downtime, so you can make some cool stuff when you're bored at work. Lanisha Jazza art vibe. Wait, what is Jazza art vibes? Here, I just went down the same hole. I started learning Blender, making videos for my music. That's how I ended up picking up drawing again. Oh, that's very cool. To be honest, that'd be an odd first question. Hey, how's it going? What's your blood type? That's how I know you're not a vampire. Some people believe blood type says something about personality. If you take that into ankle, things get easier as a vampire to ask such things in casual conversation. There you go. See, I now suspect Scribble Mouse might be part vampire. He's just casually dropping it in there. Or he's a vampire hunter. We'll never know. If you're a doctor, it's probably normal to ask. Just go to Japan or Korea? Or what? They're all over blood types? Really? Is that a thing in Japan? I didn't know that. I've been to Japan once. I went just before COVID happened, so I was very happy about that. I went to go see Takeshi Obata's gallery. I think I told the story about it because I got to meet him briefly. But that was amazing. Japan is amazing. I loved it. absolutely would go again 100%. I've never been to Korea though. Alright guys, this was fun. I'm gonna keep practicing these chibi head studies. We'll get back to it fairly quickly. I just gotta get it, shake the rust off of these proportions, which it looks like we were starting to do. We got a couple good ones in here. And these will help with inking as well, because you guys know I'm inking some of those full figure ones, so I can start getting practice in doing that as well with the chibi characters, because there's a lot more like the thick eyebrows here, or not eyebrows, eyelashes, the thick eyelashes. There's a lot more inking there. It's like Japan's own horoscope thing. It's kind of bad because apparently some people won't get hired because of their blood type. Are you serious? That's nuts. Oh my god. I did not know that. Can you imagine not being hired because of your blood type or like your horoscope? Sorry, we don't hire Libras. The closest I've been to Japan is my Hatsune Miku body pillow. That's good. Body pillows are comfortable. Proportions are hard. Going for more realistic proportions to Chibi is a leap. Yeah, but when you do that kind of stuff, it does help you with both of them, right? Versus just doing one or the other. I think I mentioned that study here about how they did the throwing the bags from like 10 feet away, and then there were two different groups that practiced. One practiced just throwing it that same 10-foot distance, and one practiced throwing it farther than 10 feet and shorter. And then when they quizzed them again, the people who were doing the alternating ones did better, because they knew how to adjust for their strength, because they had been practicing varying ways of throwing this thing. So it's the same applies to drawing, right? If you're practicing normal proportions all the time, you're going to struggle with normal proportions. But if you do normal proportions and then cartoon proportions, anime proportions, chibi, whatever you want to call it, you're going to learn how to adjust. At first it's going to be a little bit of a struggle, but then all of a sudden you're going to be like, oh, I can do this and this really quickly and easily back and forth now. I should have wanted to announce that. Hey, there's no shame in a body pillow. It's okay. I don't have one. But there's no shame. You can't shame anybody for what they want to spend their money on. If that's what brings him joy, let it bring him joy. I'm going to be nice and not share my fully honest opinion on horoscopes, but I do not like them. That's okay. I'm not like a big horoscope person either, so I think they're interesting. Like the whole astrology thing is interesting and everything, but I don't put like stock in them or anything. I have a body pillow. Don't have any anime girl on the duvet, but it's really good for tired legs. Missed opportunity is that what I would say. Could have had an anime girl on there, or anime boy, to your preference. Whatever you like. Okay. Yeah, we'll probably do some more chibi stuff, but I think next time we'll be going back to regular proportion people. I'll practice this a little bit on my own, and we'll do probably some more on stream. And like I said, if we start making, well, not if, when we start making those emotes, I'll probably do some on stream. And like I said, anybody who comes up with an idea for an emote that we end up using, I could gift that person the membership when I finally get it going, and that would be cool. I think it'd be cool to come up with some of them together. So if you have any ideas, keep them locked in or write them down. I do like the idea of the sock headphones though. That might be a winner already for I'll have to gift you. We'll have to find a cool expression for that one. Sorry, I'd rather not have an anime girl body pillow be part of my stuff my nephew inherits. Oh, it's funny. I would think you would, you know, not have that. But I guess if you're gonna use it their whole life, then sure. I'm just gonna go through life. Ooh, sorry. I'm gonna go through life even when I have a kid. Like they're just gonna know their dad is a weeb, and it's gonna fully embrace that. I love anime and games and stuff. So grab a sharpie, you can fix that. Imagine your grandchildren inheriting their grandpa's old PewDiePie gamer chair. Yeah, a heart trigger that when it stops, my hard drive gets wide. It's a good thing to implement. All your search history gets wiped. All your lewd drawings, your body pillow lights up into flame. Um, that's funny. You have like a private storage room that just is destroyed. Oh God. All right, guys. I'm gonna head out for the day. You guys all have an amazing weekend. I'm not sure what the schedule will look like next week, but I'll post it Sunday or Monday so you guys know. See you, everybody. Have thank you for dropping in and everything too. Appreciate it. Yeah. Catch you all later. Bye bye. Have a wonderful weekend. Yeah. Bye, guys.